Hey, what's up? Hey, what the heck is tracking macros? What are macros? What is macronutrients? What is macro? I am confused. I see these people doing it. They're getting results. I want to rock with it. But what is it? I'm going to try to explain it here in not a nutritionist format, as not some like pro athlete, pro trainer, just a regular dude who's been tracking his macros. And I'm gonna explain it like I wish somebody would explain it to me, so at least I know what I'm rocking with, what I'm doing, what the basics of the basics are. Because I used to think like macros, is that, I had no clue what it is. Is that short for something? Is it an acronym? Is it, what does it even mean? What does it do? Well, it was a term that I had never heard before. And it was anybody who would mess with it, anybody who was trying it, new people that I would see online that like, hey, I started tracking my macros. It's changed my life. It's been working. So what are we tracking? They start talking about grams and this amount of this type of food, and it was, for a big window for me, it was confusing. And not that I regret these 6 months of my life, because it made me who I was, and it's made me who I am, I should say. And I had to go through that. It was part of my journey, that I was so confused about what macros were, what the whole idea of macro dieting or macronutrients or tracking macros or whatever it is that they would call it, or it was called. And I was like, okay, I don't even want to mess with it and do it wrong or not know what I'm doing. I don't even know where to start. What is this? So I just started eating less, because I knew dieting was part of this self-development journey that I was in, that it was part of the discipline part, because I knew I was gaining, keeping my vibe high with the exercise. The exercise, no doubt, was working for me to keep me on point, to keep my vibe high, my vibration, my frequency, my personal rate of vibration, my mood, my attitude. It's all kind of the same thing. And I had learned that if you were to exercise, every time you were feeling mopey, down, self-victimizing, you exercise, you elevate. It was the cure to feeling not so good. And it worked. It was the cure. It is the cure till this day. I don't know how many times I do push-ups or leg lifts or quick walks or gratitude sessions. All those things raise your attitude, your vibe, your mood, your frequency, your vibration, your personal rate of vibration. All those things are the same. It raises them. That's a fact. I could tell you firsthand that it works for me. I start my day off with push-ups just to start my day at a high vibration. Gratitude all day long. Anything I don't regret, I pour on the gratitude. And like, well, how do you do that? And then not that I can talk about that in another video, but just real quick, I'm so grateful I woke up. I'm so grateful I get to go take my car to the car wash today. I'm so grateful that my jacket's freshly washed. I'm so grateful that I have a new set of Levi's that I get to wear today. Silly stuff like that. But truly, I don't just say it. I'm like, I'm really grateful. I love these pants. They fit so nice. I love the way they're a little long, how I like them. They crunch up at the bottom. They look good as they cover the shoe. I love that kind of silly stuff. And I say silly just for anybody out there who thinks it's silly. I don't think it's silly. I think it's genuine gratitude. That raises my personal rate of my vibration, my vibe, my attitude. My dog's focusing on squirrels. I love it. There he goes. And so I knew what was next. Staying on topic here, I knew that the next thing that I was being taught was track your macros. There we go with the tracking macros thing. What is that? So I was like, okay, it's some sort of diet, because all these guys, are pretty lean, and they say that the dieting is to increase your level of discipline. I want discipline, because I learned that discipline is in direct proportion to confidence. The more discipline you build, because you have the responsibility and full control of building your discipline, you will be gifted confidence. Like, I want some of that shit. Let's roll. Yeah, I'm sold on the exercise thing. So I'm sure that the next thing you're telling me and the next thing you're telling me is also for real. And you're talking about this macro things that I have no idea what it is at the time. So at the very least, I'm gonna eat less. That was my kind of like replacement for not understanding what tracking your macros was. So did it help a little bit? It did. It was a stepping stone. At the very least, it taught me to share. Like, hey, just learn your macros. It's really easy. And hopefully that's what this video is kind of like doing. It's making the understanding of what macros is easy. It's just food. It's just the nutrition that each food has, the level of nutrition that these food that any a type of food has, broken down into the three main groups, which is proteins, fats, and carbs. So that's what it taught me. The eating less, my type of dieting, which was eating less, taught me to share. Hey, don't go the route of eating less. You're just gonna, I don't want to say waste time, but you're gonna spend time that you could actually instead do it the right way, which is tracking your macros. And in those 6 months that I spent just eating less, you could, oh my gosh, make so much progress with tracking your macros. You'll lean up. That's a bonus thing though. That's like, I'm telling you what step 3 is. Step 3 is the leaning up. I'll tell you what step 1 is that you gain, the come up. The number 1 come up you get by tracking your macros, you build discipline right there. We can stop right there and say that you should have enough with that. That should already just get you excited and be like, yes, please, thank you, hello. But number 2, you're gifted confidence. You'll start feeling a way that you've never felt before. I was like, no, but I have confidence. Okay, if you're the type of person that already comes equipped with confidence because you have some level of discipline, guess what? You're gonna have more confidence and it's gonna feel incredible. If you're like me, who had 0 confidence, who actually thought having courage and being responsible was confidence, which wasn't, it isn't. It's like, it's just it's synthetic confidence. You try to replace it with responsible and courageous. That's not confidence. Confidence is a different feeling. We won't get too much into that. I'll talk about that in another video if you'd like, but you do get confidence. And you won't know you don't have any confidence till you get confidence. Then you'll be like, oh, man, no, yeah, for sure. I didn't have none of that. And this feels great. That's number 2. Number 3, you're going to lean up because this machine that we call a body will start functioning the way it's supposed to. It'll start working efficiently. The reason why it looks all messed up is because we've been treating it all messed up. We've been feeding it all messed up, which is why it doesn't look good, doesn't feel good. I feel okay. Okay, but you don't look good. You don't look like you're supposed to look. You don't look like the superheroes in the comic books. You don't look like the characters in the video games. You don't. You wear clothes that hide certain things, certain lumps in your body that you don't like, that you shouldn't have. Or you tuck them away. Or you stand a certain way, or you sit in a certain way. So that's what, not to lose my train of thought or where we're going with this, but that's the third thing that you get. The third thing that you get will be the actual leaning up. And this is just by tracking your food, by tracking what you eat. And in a really basic way, it's, like I said, it's each type of food has basic nutrition based on the main ones is protein, fats, and carbs. These put together the amount of calories that you're eating. That's the energy, the fuel that you have for the day. And you check them kind of day by day and put together the week, put together the month. But how do I know how much to eat? And again, I'm keeping it stupid simple, because I wish somebody would have done that for me. It would have saved me maybe those 6 months. Like, I'm not going to talk about like different types of food groups and grams this and grams that. And I'm just trying to keep it in such a way to where it doesn't intimidate you. It gets you to just start and have fun with this. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Trust the process. Enjoy the journey. Trust that this is going to work, because I'm just some regular dude that wants you to do it because it worked for me, and I want it to work for you because the feeling is incredible. That's the process. Trust that. That's faith. And then enjoy it. Enjoy that right now you're alive. This very moment, a bunch of stuff happened in order for you to be existing in this moment. And you get to enjoy tracking your food. Let's give this a shot. We don't have to do it. You choose to do it. Let's have fun with it. All these great benefits that I hear is going to happen. It's getting real hot here. Why not enjoy giving it a shot and just see what happens? Let's learn along the way. Let's have this experience with the focus on enjoying it. And shoot, what? It's gonna work. What great, I'm getting discipline, confidence, leaning up. Whoa. What do I want discipline for? Because you could take it in the other parts of your life, relationships, what you do for work, the way you take care of your body externally, have the discipline to make sure your clothes is right, your hair is right, your skin is right. You discipline to make sure that where you live, the place where you live, is all nice and cleaned up and sharp. You have different expectations because your discipline goes up. Your values go up. It follows your discipline. You care for things differently. You care for things more because you have the discipline to do so. Your responsibility, that goes with relationships. You care more about your loved ones, about your things. You have a different representation of who you are. This all has to do with the macro part, with the dieting. Because other diets, you just diet for what? To lose weight for the party, for the vacation, for the pictures, I'm telling you, the losing weight part is number 3 or 4 or 5. It's discipline, confidence. Those are just like by just tracking your food. I'm not gonna be able to eat anything no more. I'm gonna be able to that. What can't you eat? What can't you eat? That's not what it's about. Now you're doing it to lose. You're putting what you can and what you cannot eat as the identifier, as the main thing. Don't identify it with that. Identify it with building a lifestyle based on discipline. That's what you want to build, a lifestyle that's discipline. Discipline is a beautiful thing. Self-discipline. It's like I just trust. It's trust and love that I have for myself. And this all comes down from the proteins, the fats, and the carbs that you measure to make sure that your body is functioning the way it's supposed to function, so it could look the way it's supposed to look. Imagine trying, for those of you who have a car, imagine trying to make a car work by not putting the right type of gas in it, or the right type of system that it uses. If you have an electrical car and you try to put gas in it, why isn't it working? Because you're not putting the right nutrition into it. Well, if it's a gas car and you plug it in, you throw in the extension cord and you shut the door. It's like, we should be good tomorrow. It's not going to do anything to it because it's not the proper type of nutrition. Now you have you got your body and you're just feeding it what tastes good, what sounds good. What do you want to eat? I don't know what sounds good. Really? That's the way I was all my life. And I'd always eat. What would I often eat? My favorite food. Whatever I love. What's your favorite food? That's what I eat a lot of. And when it's in front of me, when it's available, when it's in the fridge, in the kitchen, we're going to eat a lot of it. Because why? Because it's my favorite food and you might as well fill it up. That's why I'd look like a upside down light bulb. No good. You want to see what I look like? You can go to my Instagram. It's the pinned picture. I've adjusted since then. A little bit more bulkier, a little bit more lean. It's fun. It's fun. Like I said, I'm enjoying the journey. It's like adjusting as I go. Let's try this. Oh, what happens if I do this? Whoa, okay, don't like it too much. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. But it's always just based on discipline. I'll never go back to looking the way I used to look on the before picture. 180 pounds. For a guy that's 5'6", I want to go see what that looks like. No good. I didn't feel good. I was on medication already for a while, cholesterol, fatty liver, trying to take care of that. Well, yeah, of course my liver's fat because I'm fat. Hello? Got off that medication. Really? How'd you do that? I stopped being fat. I stopped being fat. Guess what else stopped being fat? My liver. Because I got rid of all the fat. Because I started eating correctly instead of incorrectly. So no more of that medicine. In a few months, we're going to go check if I could get rid of my cholesterol medicine. Doctor and I both agree, like you're probably going to not have to take that one no more. We got rid of one medication that you were supposedly going to take for the rest of your life because this is hereditary. Fatty livers, cholesterol. I'm coming to find out that that's not the hereditary part. The hereditary part is the diet, the way I used to eat. I used to eat like I was taught to eat as a kid. I just kept it going. My wife, we just eat like the way we were taught to eat as we were kids because that was the custom. We changed it drastically. Now, you change the recipe, you get a different result. Now we look different. We feel different. We look at our pictures of when we were in our 20s as an early little family. Oh man, we look way different. And of course you do say, man, if I would have known then what I know now, if I would have been eating different. Oh man, my wife was always athletic, but she didn't have the right nutrition. Now it's just like, damn, fire. So it's broken up like I said, in those three basic categories: proteins, fats, carbs. That's it. Like everything that you eat, everything that you drink has certain amounts of proteins, certain amounts of carbs, certain amounts of fats. That certain amount could be 0. That certain amount could be a lot. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it as basic as possible, not to get excuse me. That's what would confuse and scare me once they start getting into the whole gram thing and like, what do you mean, you know? They'd spit it so easily. Oh, that has 180 grams of protein. It's like, it does? How do you know? But this video is just to inspire you, to let you know from some guy that was scared of it, confused about it. It's really easy. It's really easy. There's a tiny little time of learning and experimenting and experiencing, like, how does it work, this, and you could ask some questions. Ask me, you know, I'll give you the answer of a guy who doesn't know much about it but lost 45 pounds, has kept it off, loving learning. I'm the type of person that loves to learn as I go, and I'll keep it in the most basic, simple way. So anyways, okay, everything has certain amounts of proteins, fats, and carbs. So we know that everything has those things from 0 to a lot. And we just got to know how much of those 3 things our body needs. Your body, his body, their body, my body, whatever. It's like, how much? How do I know? Well, now, because we live in an age where there's some like beasted up technology, you go find out using an app. A lot of these apps are free. The one I use is Chronometer. CRONO meter. It's an orange little, it looks like an apple with an arrow in it, but it's not really like, it's shaped like an apple, but it's more like a graphic. Chronometer. It's free, you download it. Put it on your phone. It's really simple. You input basic information, age, gender, the type of work that you do. It gives you categories. Real easy. Do you stock shelves type of work? Do you sit at a desk? Do you do construction? Do you that? Then you kind of like, this is closer to it, and then it gives you a brief explanation of what it is. Like, yeah, this is, I definitely don't do this one, and I don't do this one, so probably this one. Bam. Again, basic, stupid simple. Beginner, let's get going, then we'll adjust. Then from there, you go to age. Do you exercise every day? How much do you exercise? 1 time a week, 3 times a week, 5 times a week, and then you adjust. You should be exercising, I think, 7 days a week. Wake up in the morning, do some push-ups just to raise your vibration. Bonus, now you could say you exercise every day. Do you go to the gym and put in an hour and a half every day at the gym? No. Do I do push-ups multiple times a day? Yes. Do I exercise every day? Yes. Do I have a certain workout routine in the evening that's a little bit more dedicated, a little bit more rough, a little bit more tough, a little bit more, includes a little bit of weights? Yeah, I do that too. But even if I didn't, I still say exercise every day, because I start off my day with my push-ups. I do leg lifts during the day, throughout the day, and I do push-ups in the afternoon right after lunch. So yeah, I'll exercise every day. So I put exercise every day, 7 days a week. Bam. And I think it even asked, like, what kind of exercise? Like, are you training for a triathlon? Like, no, like moderate. Let me read what it says under moderate. Like light. Oh, okay, I'm between light and moderate. I'll say, light is, no, I'm moderate. Bam. Click moderate. Once you input all this information, it tells you what type of macros, what type of how much proteins, how much fats, how much carbs. Every time I say macros, just instead of me saying macros, if that scares you or confuses you, just imagine me saying instead, that'll tell you what proteins, fats, and carbs. Macros, protein, fats, and carbs. That is going to tell, then it's going to tell you how much protein, how much fats, how much carbs you should take for this machine to work perfectly. Then it'll tell you, do you want to gain weight? Do you want to stay at the weight that you currently are? Maintenance, a good maintenance weight. Because maybe, of course, if you're overweight, you don't want to stay there. It'll get you down to like what you should with the information it gathered. And again, not perfect. This is just the ballpark. Or do you want to lose weight? I, at the time, put, I want to lose weight. Let's go. Because I knew I was overweight. So it tells you, okay, you need this much. And it has a little bar, and then you just input, you get input. I went as far as to like, cucumber. Bam. Wow, it has nothing of nothing. Okay, I could eat that and it does nothing. But you do need protein, fats, and carbs. You do need gas. You do need electricity. You do need this energy so you can function. So you do need an intake. Protein, fats, and carbs, your macros. It's like, okay, well, I need some with protein. And then you start like chicken breast. Bam. Oh, okay, cool. Like, well, I eat 3 times a day. So let's see, how about if I were to measure out, that's when you get the scale, or cups, because they could say, 1 cup of chicken, half cup of chicken, quarter cup of chicken. Or you can measure it with the scale and, 80 grams of chicken, 100 grams of chicken. Your choice. Not so much 100 grams of protein, but 100 grams of weighed chicken. Not the contents that it has. Well, how much protein, how many grams of protein are you eating? I don't know. I could select weight and go grams, what it weighs, or a cup of chicken, or half a cup of chicken. So I weigh it out. As according to the Chronometer app, it's telling me that I need to take, weighted, like 2 cups of chicken a day, or 3, whatever. I'm just saying the example. 3 cups of chicken a day. I eat 3 times a day, so I can have 1 cup of chicken in the morning, 1 cup of chicken for lunch, 1 cup of chicken in the evening. So there's my protein, for example. Not an example to try, but just for the example of the video. Rice, that'll be my carbs. It turns out that that's perfect carb for me. It's easy, it's available. There's always some at the house. If not, it's easy to make. It could be anything else. There's different kinds of carbs, because you could also scan barcodes and it'll tell you its nutritional value, its macro value, its protein, fats, and carbs value. Rice is perfect. Oh, I could have 1 cup of rice in the morning, 1 cup of rice in the evening, 1 cup of rice at night. So there you go. I'm fulfilled. Oh my goodness, my fats are pretty low. I need some fats. What's a good healthy fat? Google avocado. For me, that's what it was. I love avocado. My store always has avocados. So avocado, how much? Half of 4 slices. I punch it in, 4 slices. The little bar that says fats, boop, goes up to like perfect. So that's it. I have 1 cup of chicken, or half a cup of chicken in the morning with a cup of rice, 4 slices of avocado. Then I have the same thing for lunch, and then I have the same thing for dinner, and that equals full bars. Full bars of what this body is supposed to have for protein, full bars of what this body is supposed to have for carbs, and full bars of what this body is supposed to have for fats. Protein, fats, carbs. My macros, I tracked them, I measured them. I'm giving this body the appropriate amount of macros, the appropriate amount of protein, fats, and carbs for it to function. That's in a very simple, basic way. Now, you don't have to only eat chicken, rice, and avocado. You start scanning different things. You start learning that, like, oh, dang, you know, cake doesn't have that much protein, but it has fats, for sure. But you can punch it in or scan it. It's like, oh, okay, this soda, like, dang, that doesn't do me very well. And it gives me, my calories get all filled up. So, like, that's it. You can't eat or drink anything more because your calories are to the max, your energy bar. And I didn't fulfill no proteins, no fats, no carbs. Damn. Empty calories. Your calories are done. You're over. You can't have anything more because your calories are capped off. Your energy. But you have your nutrition. That's when you start feeling no good. So you start learning that, like, okay, I don't want to have that because it fills up my calories. I need to make sure I have my appropriate amount of protein because this body needs protein, just like a car needs electricity or gas. Carbs, same thing. Electricity or gas. Fats, electricity or gas. I can't just fill it with air. It's not going to work. So you start learning on how much nutrition, macronutrition, protein, fats, and carbs your body eats to function correctly so it can start looking correctly. Automatically, since this is functioning the way it's supposed to function, it'll start losing the weight. The skin will start feeling better. Your mind will start feeling better. You start building the discipline. You start feeling some type of ways like, this is working. I feel so much better. You're supposed to feel good because this miracle of a machine is supposed to work properly when you take care of it properly. Don't sleep on tracking your macros. It's so simple. Hopefully this video helped you keep it simple. Know it's simple. It's simple to start. It's simple to get going. Get the app Chronometer. Start inputting some stuff. Input your information. That's ticket. Start inputting your different, scanning different types of food. Ask questions here. Ask questions to someone else that's doing it. Don't be afraid. Anybody who's doing it is, would love to share because they know the feeling. Start measuring like different things. Well, what happens if I do a cup of chicken or half a cup of chicken? Or what is steak? This type of steak. And then you start asking Google, what type of beef has the least amount of fats? Because this one just went through the roof. Like, oh man, okay, well this one's better for me. Well, this one, you start doing, like, can I have oatmeal? What does oatmeal have? What does cereal have? Can I still have Fruity Pebbles? Can I still have cake? Can I still have, horchata? And you punch it in. You're like, man, maybe I shouldn't, You start making choices. Or I could, but I could just maybe instead of having the gallon of horchata, I'll just have a sip because I like the way it tastes. But I'd rather have tea or water or whatever. You start learning about these foods that we would overconsume just because they taste good, but they didn't have the nutrition that our body needed in order to function the way it's supposed to function to be its full potential. I'm telling you, try it. It's not difficult. It's simple. It's easy. It's just getting started and understanding that you could break into it and start the momentum by just seeing it in a very simple way, getting your feet wet, taking that baby step, getting started, and start learning how all this works. Because don't be afraid, don't be scared. It's not difficult, it's very simple, and the benefits are just crazy huge. Discipline, remember, confidence, and bonus. It'll start working the way it's supposed to, and it'll start looking the way it's supposed to. This body. Let's go. Any questions, you know what to do. Just leave them in the comments. I'll hit you back with another video for sure.